Good evening, citizens of Shaolin. It's the Shaolin Phantom here, doing it for the island. And tonight, across my for the island radar system, I came across an album called "The World Is Mine" by Mr. BackWoodsBussin. This was released on March 6th, so earlier this month. And this came across my DMs at 3:19 p.m. today on March 14th. And came across this guy's music since I started the page back in 2020. Listened to some of his stuff on SoundCloud. I remember Gary Payton being a memorable track of his, and of course when he was constantly producing beats for other artists and posting snippets of his beats, I always loved his iconic beat tag that goes "BackWoodsBussin, baby." So if we ever do a compilation for the island tape, I'm gonna need one of those beats on there, or at least put his tag on the beat so we can have that shit bussin'. But let's see if the world is really his. So I got 19 seconds into the first track. That's all I listened to before I paused the tape and decided to come back on camera to give you guys a live reaction to the project. So without further ado, this is track one, "Pop Out" by BackWoodsBussin, featuring Uzi, who was a frequent collaborator of his as well.
I got swag different. You can talk about some shit you ain't had with it. And my bitch too damn bad, she get mad at me. How you niggas talking shit, but you ain't adding me. And I'm the one, not the two, that mean you after me. So I got my dogs with me. Pop out, how my swag different. Remember living average. But now I'm living lavish. And now I got the baddest. Yeah. She throw it back, she ride shit. Yeah.
So just first reaction, don't mean to pause the song right there, but it's definitely something aspirational. Now we live in lavish. It has a pretty catchy hook. I like the beat. Kind of good, little Friday night vibe, a little turn up. Let's continue listening to the song. Let's see what the features like on this. Alright, so far so good. I actually like the song, like the hook. Very repetitive. Kind of reminds me of like Uzi Cardi type production. One thing I especially like is like when we get into this like abstract level of cloud rap and stuff. I like when the lyrics are actually somewhat coherent, because in general with even just regular songs, I always mishear lyrics, so that's always my issue with listening to music. So don't take offense to if I mishear somebody's lyrics out there. So anyways, let's go to track 2. That's going to be "If You Ready," Mr. BackWoodsBussin.
If you ready, you know that I'm ready. If you ready, you
know
know
that
that
I'm
I'm
ready.
If you ready, you know that I'm getting rich, you know we get ready. Getting rich, you know we get feeling lucky, I'm throwing that 7. I get money that's 24/7. Came with a rose gold paddock. I got the grip out that attic. Serving junkies, fiends and addicts. Disappeared away like magic. Nigga wants me, what happened? Leather on me, Lenny Kravitz. BBL on her, she tatted. I run the place like a Matic. Young nigga hard on the hoe. Don't get me started, little bro. Hard cold, Montclair on the cold. Pink slip, put the brains on the road. Hop out, just leave me alone. Soon as I get back in the zone, she want Gucci, I take her to Chrome. I'm a young nigga, play with the dough. If you ready, you know that I'm ready. If you 7. I get money that's 24/7. Came with a rose gold pattern. Back out the grip out that attic.
So, you know, a little different flow, a little cadence, you know, same repetitive hook goes on, very short track. The whole total track is only about 1:15 long, but what I was gonna say, it's, you know, it has that, you know, that triplet fast 16 note rhythm with a rest in between, so da 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 and then you got that ad lib in between da 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 da. You know, if you had a little variation with the flow, you know, a little switching between a little something to break it up, I think that would be good. But I feel like, you know, he kind of just went to the studio, produced it, whatever came kind of to his mind, he kind of did, you know. And I that's kind of what a lot of producers do when they make. I feel like when they make beats, they have something that they kind of imagine in their head, that rap will rap, and they just kind of rap to it as they're making the beat. I feel that's what he did with this project, and it's commendable. I feel like he should actually take this project and actually, so far, just off of these 2 tracks, just expand on it, you know, make kind of develop it a little bit more. But nonetheless, we'll listen through the end of this track, and then we'll go right into track 3, Nonchalant, without me stopping it at all. Oh, nice little switch right there. Okay, that right there at the end, it was kind of interesting. You know, he has that pulsing kind of that dun, 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 dun. Like how that instrument pulses. I don't know if that's a synth, whatever you call it. But then those bells at the end, you know, I like that. You know, he kind of switched up, add a little bit more variety to the beat and to the song. And that's what I feel we kind of need. You know, we need variety, but just off first listen, you know, I like definitely Pop Out definitely had the most variety in the song in terms of the hook, the lyrics, and all of that. Like all these beats, of course, I think production is still strong regardless on this project. Track 4. Oh, I forgot to say this is track 4. Bring It Back.
Nigga catch up, you be scared. Nigga mask up, we prepared. You smoke eyes, I like air. Don't put it down, I don't drink beer. You didn't know, you didn't hear. Diamonds coast, it was clear. Diamond frozen, like the ocean. Pull up and get cold everywhere. Keep in motion, stuck in motion. What you doing, you was never there. Tell her back it up, bring it right in. Hard drip like a cycle, I spin. Stocking in life full of sin. Take his little wife for a spin. Tell her bring it back right here. Spend a fucking bag right there. Tell her shorty wait like the year. Diamonds on neck on your ear. How did your body disappear? How did your body get in here?
Okay, so this track, Bring It Back. This is actually my second favorite beat on this project because it has that droning, that on the bass layer of it, and then every couple bars or so he has that flute coming that whistles in there and sneaks in there, and then it fades off again and continues. So I think, yeah, this one we could do. We're gonna listen to the end of that, and then we're gonna go into track 5, Irrelevant. Oh, that's the outro. Okay, this track's just over a minute long, a minute and 15. Okay, I like this beat. Something different.
Whole lot of blues like Benjamin. Fill up my cup with medicine. The hoodie I'm rocking is vitamins. She taking shots, no medicine. Whole lot of dope,
Mm.
selling it. If it's not money, irrelevant. If it ain't motion, irrelevant. You not in the mix, irrelevant. I'm out in the ring like umbrellas. Walking right in the base of the teller. All my bitches, they bad, they bella. Throw the chain on, changing the weather. I get money no matter the weather. If you nigga get it, whoever. Press the button, I'm pulling the lever. Every day, I'm better and better. Most of that shit is irrelevant. I'm fucking your bitch, she ain't celibate. I'm getting
Ooh.
that green like celery. None of that shit can sell me. What could a motherfucker tell me? How about a V to a better V? Ain't shit you could tell me. Whole lot of blues like Benjamin. Fill up my cup with medicine. The hoodie I'm rocking is vitamins. She taking shots, no medicine. Whole lot of dope, we selling it. If it's not money, irrelevant. If it ain't irrelevant. You not in the mix, irrelevant.
Yeah. Nah, this. See, I take back what I said earlier, cause like I thought track 1 was my favorite. With I thought Relevant. What do you call it? I thought Bring It Back was alright, and Pop Out I thought was my favorite track, cause it was a pretty nice vibe to it. But this picked up the energy. Like it had the more bounce in the beat. Like this is what I'm talking about, the variety, but that bounce, energy, and the hook was just more liveliness. It's like you ain't got motion, irrelevant. Like it just this one definitely going on my playlist. Irrelevant going definitely in the strictly Staten Island playlist on my Spotify, 100%. This track right here, actually, you know what? Let's run it back, man. I like this track. We gotta run it back. We're gonna run this back real quick, and it's only a minute and 9 seconds long. So my one thing about this album is like I feel we could put in a couple verses in between. Of course, it's hard to make, it's easy to make a hook, but then having verses that keep you drawn is kind of challenges songwriting. But I feel like that's what this project should have. I feel like this project is just straight hooks and not really any verses in here, just hook after hook after hook after hook. But hey, I can't. Relevant, man. You have a verse in there. I had to have the hook come in like 2 more times. Oh man, we cooking. 100%, but we're gonna run this back one more time. Track 5, Irrelevant. I'm only halfway through. And keys, and the flute.
Whole lot of blues like Benjamin. Fill up my cup with medicine. The hoodie I'm rocking is vitamins. She taking shots, no medicine. Whole lot of dope, we selling it. If it's not money, irrelevant. If it ain't motion, irrelevant. You not in the mix, irrelevant. I'm out in the ring like umbrellas. Walking right in the base of the teller. All my bitches, they bad, they bella. Throw the chain on, changing the weather. I get money no matter the weather. If you nigga get it, whoever. Press the button, I'm pulling the lever. Every day, I'm better.
Oh, hold on, I missed that stutter effect. That stutter effect right there was fucking fire, man. I love when they do that on songs. And it was just like that. Ooh, fire. See, I think he took his time on this track right here. BackWoodsBussin took his time right here. Let's run it. Let's keep playing it.
Most of that shit is irrelevant. I'm fucking your bitch, she ain't celibate. I'm getting that green like celery. None of that shit can sell me. What could a motherfucker tell me? How about a V to a better V? Ain't shit you could tell me. Whole lot of blues like Benjamin. Fill up my cup with medicine. The hoodie I'm rocking is vitamins. She taking shots, no medicine. Whole lot of dope, we selling it. If it's not money, irrelevant. If it ain't motion, irrelevant. You not in the mix, irrelevant.
A nice little fade out. Okay. Next track, In the Morning. Track 6. Yeah, the second half. Oh, we didn't even really get into the song, but I had to pause that because I feel like so far I'm getting into the second half of the project. I feel like the second half is going to be better than the entire first half of the project. Let me leave that there, but I don't want to jinx it, so let's keep listening first.
You could get what you want. Bend that bag and you front it. Come on, babe, let's be honest. Come on, babe, let's be honest. I can't play no games, got me nauseous. I can't play no games, gotta be cautious. Could've been with me, now you watching. Spend a brick, shot that LV wallet. Shawty looking back at me when she pop it.
I like the humming,
I get high in the morning.
the harmonies on the hums.
I get fly when I walk. You could get what you want.
Yeah, the hum is my favorite part. It's like Kid Cudi, man. 100%. Yeah, if you guys couldn't hear me, yeah, I like the humming on it. Just yeah, he was moving on that, and then this is track 7, Moving Fancy, right now.
Move fancy. I don't know when like rain. Diamond juicy, they candy. Move fancy. Move fancy. X can't stand me. No, my ex can't stand me. I'm fancy, yeah. GQ, I'm man of the year. Like Jack, I'm the man in the mirror. Ain't stepping back from the rear. Like fine shit won't come here. Like fine shit won't come here. She whacking, that's why I stare. They capping, that's why I fear. Shit average, that's why I don't care. When I pull up, I'm not playing fair. Move fancy. Move fancy.
Move fancy.
Move fancy. I don't know when like rain. Diamond juicy, they candy. Move fancy. Move fancy. Move fancy. Move fancy. Move fancy. Move fancy.
Yeah, and this is gonna be track 8, Paid. Yeah, and that Move Fancy is like Move Fancy. I don't know what's really missing on that track off the first listen, but I think it's just that's the whole thing with this whole project. It's like, we just get a hook going, and it just turned into just a 1 minute like demo. That's the only thing, is like making it an actual, like, at least a 2 minute song, like we had with like making it like close to a 2 minute song. Like if we did that with the Relevant, oh man, it's like I wish that song was long. I really wish, because I really like that song. I think we're gonna run it back after we get through the rest of these tracks.
Anything that makes sense, get money, get paid. Diamonds with they dancing and dripping like rain. Cause shorty wanna fuck me when she got a whole man. I do what I want when I pull up, that's the plan. My diamonds dance, capital my pace, as soon as I land, whoa. Bad bitch in the sands, whoa. Why she call me her asshole?
Yeah, this guy knows more streetwear brands than I do. This guy shout out Vetements, man, shout out Capital. This guy BackWoodsBussin, man, he dripped out like a faucet.
My ex on me asshole, young nigga get cash flow, just watch my cash grow.
This guy rhymed asshole with cash flow. A little slant rhyme right there. I like that. He said, "Call me an asshole. I'm getting that cash flow."
Look at your back blown. What I'm smoking, I'm that stoned.
Back blown, that stoned. Man, this guy just curving the words to his will. He did back blown, that stoned. Just the O sound, you know, he's using that to rhyme. Okay. You hear some legit verses from this guy. Oh, come on, play now. There we go.
Anything that makes sense, get money, get paid. Diamonds when they dancing and dripping like rain. Cause shorty wanna fuck me when she got a whole man. I do what I want when I pull up, that's the plan. Anything that makes sense, get money, get paid. Diamonds when they dancing and dripping like rain. Cause shorty wanna fuck me when she got a whole man. I do what I want when I pull up, that's the plan.
Alright, that's the outro. Track 9 is gonna be Return of the Mac. I think that's a reference to that one song. We'll check it out. Alright, starting off strong. Let's see if it really is. It lives up to the original Return of the Mac. Let's check it out.
I'm back, baby, yeah, I'm back. She got back pain and crack. You can watch me get her back. Got a bad bitch, think she that. Got me returning like a Mac. On a Mac, roll it pack. I be fucking on a Kim Kardashian. Try to die to count me out of that. Probably gonna leave where you at. Like Kanye, like Splash. On the highway, going fast. Bullets out, like it's grass. You was not it, leave you last. I'm back, baby, yeah, I'm back. She got back pain and crack. You can watch me get her back. Got a bad bitch, think she that.
You know, he's rhyming back and back, but he's using a different context, like, you know, that he's back, he's cracking his girl's back. I mean, I guess it's, yeah, you know, it's pretty, that's all right. We'll take that. Back. And the song's over just like that. Shortest song on the freaking project. 57 seconds. Not even a full minute. Yeah, this feels like all these tracks need to be expanded on, you know, turned into like full entire legit songs. I don't mean make them fucking 5 minute tracks, but make them like, you know, 2 minute 30, 3 minute tracks at most, I think. But regardless, I mean, I'll definitely be replaying a little bit. I like Paid. I like track 1, Pop Out. But yeah, let's listen to track 10, Where You At. Let's let this fade out. That's that. Oh, somebody making noise outside. Where You At, WYA.
Hit me up like where you at. I'll take that money, get racks. Pop a bottle on a jet.
Yo, why does it remind me of some like old timey like saloon music, like that whatever that sample, that little riff he got in there, that piano riff. I don't know, it sounds kind of interesting. I didn't expect to hear that on this project or any project, matter of fact.
The hell you at? Bussin', where the hell you at? Bussin', where the hell you at? Put my city on the map. All my bitches, they be back. Bitches, they be bad. All my bitches, they be bad. I got money, don't get mad. I got money, don't get sad. Mob nigga, get on whack. Rap 'em, put 'em in the trash. How I'm living, I'm winning. Wait, how I do it? I did it, you didn't. Young nigga cooker in the kitchen, and I shit. Came out the storm, nigga, walking right out of the blizzard. Bad bitch, she listen. Check out that nigga in them wrists, nigga, it glisten. Check out the magic I work, nigga, like wizards. Bitch thinks she sizzling, like future with sisters. I step out, I'm winning.
My question for BackWoodsBussin is, why is this, out of all the tracks, the entire project, why is this the longest track at 2 minutes? But man, that I don't know, I can't, the sample got me kind of like, what do you call it? Like it's like an interesting experiment. But let's keep listening to this.
Still can't keep sinning. I still can't stop sinning. I know that I'm destined. Bust like get money, get racks. Pop a bottle on a jet. Bustin' where the hell you at? Bustin' where the hell you at? Bustin' where the hell you at? Put my city on the map. All my bitches, they be bad. Bitches, they be bad. All my bitches, they be bad. I get money, don't get mad. I get money, don't get sad. Mom, nigga, get on whack. Rap 'em, put 'em in the trash.
Yeah, this sounds like that beat sounds like what I expected to hear when Comethazine announced that he's doing jazz music and he's going by the name Frank Cole. Like that's what I expected the type of music he was gonna be making. But he started making legit jazz music. Yeah, that jazzy little you know, you hear the drums with the brushes played on them on the beat, and then that little piano. Yeah, they're very jazzy, very saloon type music. But hey, that very interesting though. Yeah. Overall, for my first listen to this project, you know, definitely putting Irrelevant on the playlist. That's definitely my favorite track on the album. We're gonna run it back, and then we're closing this video out. We're almost at a half hour of doing this. So let's play it back. Irrelevant, track 5, right in the middle.
Whole lot of blues like Benjamin. Fill up my cup with
Benjamin.
medicine. The hoodie I'm rocking is
That
better.
means.
She taking shots, no medicine. Whole lot of dope, we selling it. If it's not money, irrelevant. If it ain't motion, irrelevant. You die in the mix, irrelevant. I'm out in the rain like umbrellas. Walking rain in the base of the tower. All my bitches, they bad, they bella. Throw the chain on, changing the weather. I get money, no matter the weather. You nigga get it, whoever. Press the button, I'm pulling the lever. Every day, I'm better, I'm better. Most of that shit is irrelevant. I'm fucking your bitch, she ain't celibate. I'm getting that green like celery. None of that shit can sell me. What could a motherfucker tell me? How about a V to a better V? Ain't shit you could tell me. Whole lot of blues like Benjamin. Fill up my cup with medicine. The hoodie I'm rocking is vitamins. She taking shots, no medicine. Whole lot of dope, we selling it. If it's not money, irrelevant. If it ain't motion, irrelevant. You die in the mix, irrelevant.
Yeah, this whole project, man, we need like a extended cut of this. And anyways, guys, have a good night. Peace.